Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to start this crazy weekend, which is really going to boil over into probably a 4 or 5 day span instead. It's Friday. I actually took off work yesterday. We worked on the roof a lot. I'll have to put a picture up of what we've got done. We've got one more side of the carport done to do, and one little section that it got dark we couldn't finish last night on another, working out our way up. It's gonna get finished this afternoon as soon as Matt's home from work. He took off with me yesterday, so we were able to get a lot of stuff done, or get a lot of roofing done. Once we get through that carport, which will be done tomorrow afternoon, we'll be a quarter of the way done with the roof. We've almost used one pallet of shingles, and we have 3 to go, so we had 4 total. I have a list 1,000 miles long because I took off 3 days of work. Yesterday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm always off on Friday, and then I'm off Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, I'm supposed to go to cross-country meet with Carson. I love him. I can't tell you, I have contemplated not going, but I feel like a terrible mother if I don't go support him, but it's an hour and a half away. It kills my whole day. But anyway, I got some covers put up on these lights this morning, so that was good. Hold on a second, a little bit. So I got these covers put up on the lights, closet and everything. Put some light switch covers on. Right now, I am caulking around all the trim in this room, so you can see how it looks like when you paint. You've got these little bubbles and stuff like that. Oh, little mark there. So now I've got to caulk this whole room, and then this room is going to be done other than the doors, which I think Roger's going to work on this week. Well, when I say done, the floor's not done, but the walls and everything are done. It is on my list while I'm off to possibly go ahead and stain this floor just so it's done, because there won't be a lot of traffic in here after that. So we may go ahead and do this one. I could make it blend with the rest of what still has to be done. So my list is way longer. I'll never get through with all of it while I'm off, but I'm going to paint my heart out and try so hard to get as much done as I can, because I just, to a point that I feel a little overwhelmed because I had so much to do. And through the week, we just don't have time to do it. I get home with kids and dinner and I'm exhausted. It's time to go to bed by then. So anyway, I forgot to find my tripod to set it up. I'm not gonna video me doing all this caulking stuff, but I'm gonna bring you with me throughout these next few days. I'll show you the progress we're making and show you some of the things that get marked off of my list. Hoping to get to some bigger projects after I get a bunch of painting done and sort of in between coats of paint and things like that. So we'll see. We're eating this thing one bite at a time. Whew, but it is killing us. You started putting the primer or the sealing coat on here. I'm gonna put one coat of this on there because it's kind of a primer and a sealing paint in one. Then I'll put, I think I'm gonna paint the sealing a color in here too. So anyway, then I'll get that done. Okay, went and got one of them dropped off, or got Effie dropped off with Carson at cross country practice today. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try to, before I have to go back and pick them up, which is about half an hour or so, I'm gonna try to get a coat of paint on this ceiling. This ceiling will be white. All of this room essentially is gonna be white. So all this white on here is white, but it's called like snowbound. It's got like a little bit of a hint of a different color, because I hated for this and the trim to be exactly the same shade of white. So you can see I've still got to fill in some holes, like there's a little imperfection in that piece of shit lap and that kind of stuff. But yes, it's white. People say, why you got to paint it? Because it still inevitably gets like marks and things like that on it from shipping process and putting it up and all that. So anyway, so that'll get done, but I want to try to get this wall cleaned, all the little imperfections fixed that are on it, and then this wall, all these walls are going to be the same color except for this wall. That leaded window will be right there, because you know all that'll be gone. That'll all be gone. Even that upper part right there is going to be gone. This will just kind of be like a walkthrough, like a hallway. But this wall I'm going to paint navy like my front door and my kitchen cabinet navy. My laundry room's going to have some navy in it. Feel like I'm going to have too much blue, because my kitchen, laundry room, living room area is all gonna have blue, but that's okay. Got plenty of other colors in other places, but this all kind of blends together the way it's all laid out. So we're gonna keep it all in the same family. So anyway, I'm trying to get the ceiling painted before I have to go back and get 2 knuckleheads. All right, guys, there's Effie and her running a tire. That looks darker than it really is, but this is a blue. Let me turn it around so it looks any different. Blue ceiling in my laundry room. That's not the correct color of blue on the wall. So it's really lighter than it looks in the camera. But see. All right, and for now, I am going to bed. Got a big white farm sink here. Lots of white trim. Went ahead and did that blue there and that because that's just a little bit of a smidgen. Not sure what I'm gonna do in there. And then this will also get tackled this weekend. Super excited to get all these done. I'm just gonna paint that blue because it's easily accessible. So. Now I'm gonna take a shower for the night. Carson has cross country meet that he has to be at the school at 4:45 in the morning. All right, me and Colin back out here again on the roof. Got back from Matt's run. You see Matt down there at the bottom of the roof? Back from Colin's run. So Carson's run. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
This brings us to our next subject, folks. Say no to drugs.
I got up at 3:45 this morning and drove him, picked up his girlfriend Lily. I showed you that. So we had to stop a couple places to get some paint and some paintbrushes on the way back in Fairburn, Georgia. And then came home, and while Matt went to pick up Effie, who waited tables at the farmhouse today, I took a quick cat nap. And then now we are busy getting these shingles on. Roger's already came. He just left not too long ago. And got some doors up in that laundry room and hallway. I may go get some handles tonight so that we can get the handles on those doors.
I go with you.
But anyway, we're going to try to get this roof cleared away today. Colin's a good little shingle slinger. And Matt right now don't want me to get down there because it's so close to the edge. It's the same depth as the other one, but it feels, because it's higher off the ground, it feels a little scarier.
Yeah, but if you fell off that, show 'em that. Yeah, you did. You did. If you
So we're going to get this shingle thing, guys. Coming to check on cows this morning. Fixing to hop on the tractor with Matt. Get some painting done. Effie's working again. Matt's fixing to put out grass seed. What else in there?
Wheat, oats, clover, rye, and then more rye, because rye will literally come up in the back of my truck. So worst case scenario, it looks green.
This gives them something to eat in the wintertime to get along.
And then when that spring flush hits about the end of March, it explodes, and we get several weeks of grazing on our winter annuals. When they strip it down, then that allows the native spring and summer grasses to come through.
I'm working on painting in the laundry room this morning, trying to get some primer up. We toyed with the idea of going to eat at the farmhouse because Effie's over there as a waitress today and yesterday. So we'll see if we can fit that into our schedule. See her in action. It'll be fun. For a minute, I couldn't find the new baby, which belongs to this mama. She's not super attentive, which drives me a little bit crazy. That's her baby back there, but that is definitely not her mama that she's following. She likes to go under the fence and hang out in the woods a little bit. I see her mama. So they're worried about a meal instead of worried about her baby. She's calling. She's calling her mama. Let's see if her mama will call her. All right, so I'm busy painting this closet. I want to try to get some primer on this wall and then that wall and this one so I can paint those navy. I want to try to get the wallpaper primer on that wall so maybe I can get wallpaper up. This needs a second coat because it only has one, which is not a huge deal. It looks so good for only having one coat, but we'll put two on it just to be sure. And then I need to finish filling in some holes. He got this door up yesterday. This is one I just bought at a antique, or well, kind of warehouse sale. Roger said I paid way too much money for it because it was not square on all sides. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna paint that yet. And then of course he got door up here. That door will be painted white. So all the doors will be painted white. There it is. And then I'm gonna try to clean all this today, get this door started prepping. This wall will be navy, so I need to get primer on that. Not sure, I'm kind of contemplating painting this navy too. Not 100% sure. I think he's gonna try to get this door up today. This is a huge, big door we got put in. Still needs a doorknob and a hole for that. Get that painted, not sure what I'm gonna paint that either. But anyway, it's really, really starting to come together, I will say. Ready for that door to go. This, I think I'm gonna leave brown. I'm gonna leave it like a dark wood texture or color. Hey guys, I feel like today we're all over the place. Me and Matt went and ate with at the farmhouse to see Effie and her little busybody waitress, and then it's not necessarily, it's a buffet style, so she's just busy filling up everybody's cups and cleaning tables and all that stuff, and she was doing great. I kept expecting her to drop a load of plates, but she did not. Roger's probably ready to kill me because he's hanging barn doors. One of them's not lining up correctly. Wallpaper's gonna go. I'm about to prime this wall, and around that door. Well, he's not working. I think he's fixing to work over there. But I'm gonna go ahead and prime these other ones. Get those primed. Hopefully get some navy on that tonight. And so this room should start coming together. Day. I was going to show you a little bit of what I got done last night. So I just put a little bit more paint. That's why that looks a little bit different. But this is the wall. This is the door going out to my kitchen. This door will not be here. I don't know which one will be because the one I really wanted to go there, Roger said it's not wide enough. I'm super sad because it's gorgeous. So it's going to have to find a new place somewhere in my house. I'm working on that. We'll see. So I got this wall. So basically, I'm gonna turn this around so I can show you. When you come in, this will have to be done later because there's some holes in the sheetrock here because we need access to the panel boxes and stuff as we do the upstairs electrical wiring. So ignore this. This is just primer on there. But then the rest of here. So navy wall, this will be wallpaper. The one behind it is navy. This needs another coat of paint, obviously. So blue here. There'll be a big sink here on this side right here. And then I've got to retouch up the navy. These doors again ended up being too narrow because we didn't account for the inches that you would lose with the hardware up top. So Roger's got to work on those doors. He was checking a salvage area, and if not, we've got to order the right size. So they'll still look old and antique, but these will end up being repaired where the holes are now, and they'll actually be used upstairs somewhere. So my goal is to have like all old doors around somewhere. And then this door I'm gonna take back off, strip down. I'm probably gonna paint it navy, or it might be white on this side and navy on the other side. I don't know. That blue may be super hard to cover up white, but these are white. I'm trying to decide if that should be a color because I kind of like it dark like that, even though I wouldn't keep it that color. And then this door's got to come off and just be cleaned and repainted. So I haven't done anything with the bathroom. So it's in there. It's gonna have to be painted this week too. So that's on my list. That won't take long at all. And I wish I could put a little wallpaper on accent wall in the back or something. Most I'll probably get out of here is I'll probably paint the ceiling a fun color. I don't know if it'll still be this blue or probably something different. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let me turn that light off. We're wasting electricity like it don't even matter. So I'm gonna work on getting this wall all cleaned up and situated, and then my plan is to get all of this painted this week and this inside. I would really love between today and tomorrow to get most everything painted. It's probably not going to happen, but that would be my goal. These doors are done. I think I might have showed you that yesterday. They're just a little crooked, and so I think he had to get like a different bolt or something, and he's going to straighten those up. So that'll be fine. It's just not fine yet. I don't know why there's water in there. I'm going to, I gotta wait on Carson to call to go pick him up. Their practice got canceled today. I'm gonna work on getting that, this wall here painted navy. I primed it this morning, you saw that, so now I'm gonna get ready to paint it. On one of my days off. I have painted a little bit on the navy wall that was out when you first walked in the breezeway yesterday, just because it had a couple areas that was still not, like you could kind of see, it's this dark blue. So if anything is not completely covered, you can certainly see it. So I have unhooked the wash machine and the dryer from the wall. Effie's getting up, she slept late. It's been horrible rainy here for a couple days. It's supposed to still be that way for a few more days. And so, anyway, I'm going to tackle putting wallpaper up on this wall today. It has been prepped with wallpaper primer already a couple of days ago. And then I had to get these walls painted first. So I have not hung wallpaper before. This is going to be very interesting. But that's going to be the goal today, is to get the wallpaper up. I'm a little nervous because I have not done it before, but I've watched some videos. I feel like it's going to be okay. And if not, I'll cry and move on, because this has been my plan the whole time. The kids, of course, think I'm a little bit crazy with wallpaper this and that. They don't understand the colors. Like, what are you doing? So much blue. I'm like, shut up. So anyway, Effie was sleeping late. Like I said, she does have school today, but I'm probably going to need her help holding some of this in place while I get some of it up. So she's getting ready so she can come in here and help me. And I'll set this up and you can see what I do, how crazy this is. If I do this good, maybe my next little bit of wallpaper, I'll do a tutorial on, and then we can, I can show other people how to do it. But for now, you just get to watch me trial and error learn. So apparently I didn't put enough paste on there because I stuck it up there. It didn't stick. It was like laughing at me. So I just put a little bit more paste, and now it's sat. So we're gonna try it again. But there's your wall. Already put the outlet covers and everything back on. I gotta hook the wash machine and stuff back up. And that's gonna be done. Roger's still gotta put trim up here and baseboards down below, and then trim up on that wall. My fingers always get messed around whenever. And then up here on that part, he's gonna put stuff. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up my wallpaper. So now I'm gonna try to decide if I'm gonna paint a wall, or I may go outside and try to sand on one of my sinks just to see kind of how that's gonna go. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go, because I need to get those refinished too. Right now, wash machine hook up and get a load of laundry on, because these people do not stop messing up. Hello. I was going to go outside and work on my sinks a little bit and sand those, but I can't find my sanding discs that I know I bought at Harbor Freight the other day. I'm worried they got left at the checkout counter. Wasn't me at the checkout counter, but I won't call any names. That's okay. So anyway, I grabbed a paintbrush. I'm gonna try to work on painting this gray wall here a little bit. I may get Matt to help me take that door down a little bit, because it's gonna need to be painted. This is a white color called Snowbound. It's a Valspar paint from Lowe's. The trim will be a bright white, like bistro white, just like everywhere else. So a little bit lighter than that, but different take. So it won't be a lot. It's mostly gonna be a white room with a brown door and a blue wall. Not sure about that door down there yet. Cullen thinks I should leave it. I don't wanna leave it because it's got turquoise in it. It won't go. Kind of hate to do white because we live on a farm. My initial plan was to do navy on this side. Effie thinks the other side should be white because the other doors around it are white. But I don't know, this one might be navy just to give a spin off of that. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna get some painting done on this wall, and then Matt's gonna try to pick me up sanding this if our local hardware store has any. All right, Effie's getting ready to paint the closet for me, our safe room. So I feel like she can't really mess it up.
Watch me.
Hey, you need to get a drop cloth. There's some in there by the kitchen. That wall's got one coat on it, so that's good. This doesn't have to be done because that's all gonna be torn out. So that's the reason I didn't do that. And it's not time to get Carson yet, so I may try to get a coat around that door too. And that's going to be it for this little episode. We're going to keep working our way through and try to get you caught up. I'll try to get a couple more videos coming at you this week. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.